I'm Michelle Begley, Executive Administration Manager from Bristol Veterinary School. Currently on secondment to IT Services. I'm a Project Implementation Officer.
I'm Laura Etheridge. I fairly recently started as a Communications and Engagement Officer for the Bristol Doctoral College. I've been at the university for just about 10 years now. No 2 days are the same. I like that, that's what I like about this job. I work Tuesday to Friday. I start my week generally sort of catching up with the team. We have a team catch up, one-to-one with my manager and then my engagement coordinator who I line manage. I run a series of events throughout the year, trying to work on some of our comms and engagement strategy.
I'm part of the business change team in digital projects. So our job is to deliver improvements for specific departments or in fact the wider university. My working week is consistent of daily stand-ups for varying projects. So at the moment I'm working on 3 different projects and I meet with the business and different members of IT. I think you have to be highly organised in the kind of job that I do. I think you have to be adaptive when you work with multiple groups of people or people with different needs.
I think for me, time management, I'm spread over so many different projects always, concurrently. So being able to block out my time to be able to work across them across the week is really important.
I was fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to do Prince 2 project management on company time, as well as you've got obviously LinkedIn Learning and Develop and anything else you can pretty much Google, to be honest.
You do pick up quite a lot of extra skills. A few years ago I did my level 6 diploma with the Chartered Institute of Marketing. I would be working until 11 o'clock at night and then getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and trying to finish. But it was my choice to do, but the university paid for half of that. I wouldn't have been able to afford the whole course myself. And now, I can put that on my CV when I'm applying for other jobs and it just gives me that extra edge.
I think one thing I've learned to do is to embed myself in networks that connect me to people. I was a senior executive assistant when I worked in the medical school. Through meeting my peers, we used to get together and talk about all the common workloads that we had and the kind of things we were trying to achieve. You end up connecting with people who've done it before and it saves you reinventing the wheel, but you also then tell them about things you've done, and before you know it, between all of you, you're doing a fabulous job for all your departments and all of your schools.
Yeah, I'm a member of the comms network across the university. The amount of time it's saved asking a quick question and having this huge resource of people who can go, oh yeah, I know the answers to that, or I can recommend this supplier, or it's so helpful. It's really nice. I have 2-year-old twin daughters, so what gives me energy is normally coffee. Coming into the office early with a nice coffee and just half an hour before I start my day, if I can, traffic allowing, to just kind of get my head around what I'm doing, plan my day out, try and just catch up on a few things. And seeing other people face to face and having those conversations, I think that's what gives me energy actually. I'm not mum Laura, I'm work Laura, and I enjoy that. What gives you energy, Michelle?
Deadlines.
Okay.
If I'm given a deadline, I have balls of energy. But at the moment, what gives me energy is learning, because I am in a job where I need to learn software in order to deliver projects. So that's my energy focus at the moment, I would say. My challenges over the years are often people. I worked in medicine and I work with lots of clinicians, and these are people that are literally doing open heart surgery in the morning, and I'm having to navigate what they need from me and they're not able to articulate it in a way that they perhaps should, because they've had a bit of a stressful morning, and that can be difficult.
About work that's not taking things personally.
Yeah.
Because quite a lot of the time it's really not to do with you.
No.
So yeah,
remembering it never is. It never is. But do you feel supported in your career choices?
I think I've had some really supportive line managers in the past, which has really helped. I'm usually the only comms person in a department rather than being in a team of comms people. And so there's no logical progression within my department. So if I want to move, I've got to seek those opportunities out. I applied for a few internal roles within the uni and wasn't successful. Was interviewed, but didn't get the role. And I think the problem is sometimes when you get lots of conflicting advice, you end up trying to be that person that they want you to be. And it wasn't until coming back from having my kids and coming back from maternity leave that actually I've had the confidence to relax and say, no, this is who I am, and be myself in interviews. And then my last 2 interviews I was successful, and I really think it's had a positive impact for me.
I would say that you have to take the opportunities when they present themselves to you. It might not always be the right time. There may be reasons or excuses as to why you may not go for things.
Whether you regret, jobs that you've done or not, there aren't really any wrong moves. It'll lead you to something else, and there will be that kind of path that you take. And yeah, so there's been times where I've thought, oh, I'm a bit stuck here. I've got myself into a bit of a dead end. But things will move, and you can change.
I think when you've got the right support network around you, you've got good line managers around you who are actively seeing things in you that you might not see today for whatever reason, I think you can take any opportunity. If you're not getting interviews, find out why. If you're getting interviews and you're not getting offered jobs, get the feedback, ask for the feedback. You deserve the feedback, especially in the university, because we're all colleagues.
And this is your career and what you want from it. And if you're then comfortable and happy in your role, you're going to perform better. So I think that's important to have those open conversations.
And I think it's great that we develop over and over again where people want it and where people are willing. And I do think you have to go looking for it sometimes. I think it has to be self-reflection as well. It was very nice to meet you.
Yeah, it was really nice to meet you too,
And I
Michelle.
really enjoyed chatting.
I hope we cross paths again. It's been really nice.
Yeah, totally.